through the generations, the mother energy is Mother Earth in certain manner. It holds the nourishment, it holds the values, it holds the wisdom, it holds long-term projects of where it wants to take the entire family tree. It holds even the skills and the virtues. It holds all the memories of what happened within the family. It holds detailed information of this person, this particular child of mine used to behave like this. That particular child, he was always a loner, and then suddenly at the age of 18, he went to a Sat Samundar bar and he started some business. He used to only send money, but ye ek aisa tha. And in that era, people used to have multiple children. But the mothers used to keep a track of all that information. What are their emotions? How is their mind? How is their physical health? All that data, all that information is stored in our left kidneys. Okay? It is what is constantly nourishing us. It is what is constantly sending us the information from our ancestral heavens. It is constantly trying to guide. This is what is good for you. This is not what is. That is exactly what mothers do, right? Their job is maximum yin, as we say, which is to nurture, nourish, provide. Okay? Their job is not even to produce. The producers are different within the family. Okay? It is the men who go out and produce and bring back. The mothers, their vision is only peripheral. इधर तक ही वो ये इसको सही करो, वो उसको सही करो, इसको सही करो. They cannot look far. They cannot look far. They cannot have a 70 mm screen. They do not have long-term agendas. They are more concerned with here and now. What is beneficial for my family to nurture, to nourish, to grow, to flourish. Okay. It is the earth and the water. Okay. The moment you disrespect the left kidney, maximum sadist, you will always find it in the left kidney, because one, it is any which ways maximum gain. The moment it stops sending the information, it stops sending the nourishment. Okay. This I explained in the afternoon clinically also. It is supposed to send out 100 ml of kapha to the spleen and the pancreas for the digestion process. Okay. वो भेजना बंद कर देती है ना, the whole body starts withering away, collapsing. Okay. This is the roots. This is where everything begins. This is where life germinates. Left kidney is what governs our reproductive organs also. Okay. The semen and the ova is all again governed and generated by the left kidney. Okay. If there is an imbalance in your bodily system in those areas, you need to look at the left kidney. You need to address the left kidney. You need to move it, mobilize it, nourish it, nurture it immediately. Okay. What is it? Is it gone dry or is it excessively wet? Let's say if you are suffering hypothyroidism, it is excessively wet. Okay. If you are suffering hyperthyroidism, it is excessively dry. Okay. If you are suffering, let's say, dry joints or arthritis, again, there is excess wind, so it is so dry that it is practically withering away now. Okay. If you have muscular issues, okay, it is, some parts of it are super dry, some parts of it are super moist. Okay. You need to assess from this level as to what is happening inside your body at different levels, and automatically your awareness has to come back. Okay, so what is happening? What is my kidney trying to tell me? What does it need to really balance? Okay. Getting this much? The urinary bladder. Okay. The urinary bladder, again, like the liver, is connected to every organ, every muscle group of the entire body. Okay. This is from where all the resonances. So the essence of everything that we have received, accepted or rejected, is then converted into urea in the urines and is flushed out. It is governed by the Apana Vayu, but it is also the purest form of resonances. something which our body may not have accepted at the first go. Urinotherapy really helps. When you start doing urinotherapy, it re-implants the same resonance, but now it is already pre-filtered. Okay, and so the body does not have to go through that entire process of re-recognizing again a new resonance. And so your own urine, because now the frequency is almost the same because it's coming out of you. In which case, doing urinotherapy or Swayambhu as we call it, the moment you start consuming your self-urine, it reinstates a resonance which you are trying to reinstate in your body. It's something which your body has been rejecting unnecessarily. It will be reinstated slowly again, and slowly the body recognizes it. The moment it starts recognizing it, it exactly knows how to process it. The moment it knows how to process it rightly, it will rebalance the structure, it will restart sending all the information through the liver to all the other organs. Okay. Urinotherapy, the urinary bladder governs our sexual organs also. Okay. Let's say a lot of people complain that I keep having UTIs constantly. A lot of people complain that I have loss of potency. Okay. Unconsciously, you also understand that their body and their deep subconscious is actually, how do I put it? It is gone averse to their own sexuality. That is one. Okay. Second, they either have shame or guilt hidden very deeply inside themselves about their sexual organs. Okay. And so, what they are doing is, to avoid any type of sexual contact, they keep creating a disease over there. Okay. So that there is a chronic problem, in which case you have reaffirmed and reconvinced yourself that right now though it's not possible. Okay. And so when I know that it's not possible, I can convince the other that look, boss, clinically it's not possible. Okay. This is exactly what the urinary bladder also does, where it reinstates or it expands or it multiplies. See, because it carries the water element and it flushes out or it moves it through the body. Water carries resonance in certain manner. Experiments of Dr. Masaru Emoto, everybody knows? Water experiments of Dr. Masaru Emoto. हाँ, perfect. जो पानी को गाली देता है या तो पानी को प्रे करते हैं, and the cellular structure, the molecular structure changes, and it becomes in a beautiful, sacred geometry, crystalline structure. Because the urinary bladder collects the water and keeps circulating it throughout the body and then brings it through the kidney and then flushes out, okay, as a meridian, okay, not literally. When it is circulating it, it is receiving all the resonances which are probably useful, but the body has right now wasted it or sent it out. It can recirculate, and so it strengthens the resonances. So that thought, that feeling, oh, you know what, I don't feel right is a problem, or I am ashamed of myself, or I am ashamed of how I look, or I am ashamed of, or I am guilty of some action or act, is reinstated again and again, circulated throughout your body with the urinary bladder as an information carrying system through the water that it carries through the entire body. Okay. So let's say since early childhood I have dark circles. There is no clinical problem with me. It's just what we call as blowing of the under eye. If your hemoglobin is too high and your skin is too thin, then the oxygenated blood seeps through and you can see it. As a child, you would be ashamed because people call you names. Oh, ye bhalu dikhta hai. And immediately that information is circulated by the urinary bladder system, especially about your appearances, about your bodily appearances. Okay. Kidney and urinary bladder. Okay. Kidney, I explained to you that the moment who you are is objected upon or is criticized upon by anybody who is external to you is from where someone becomes a masochist or a sadist. Correct? This information and the reinstatement of information is happening by the urinary bladder inside your body. Okay. So बार बार आपको बोल रहा है, you know, जैसे in children, the first thing, the most atrocious thing that we do with children are born naked. Human beings are born naked, and they are running around the house, okay, and they are in their complete true nature, okay. And the first thing that we do is we criticize about their sexuality, okay, with something very simple, where the aji or the ajoba of the house, the mothers in today's times, I have not observed them doing it anymore, but the aji or the ajoba, oh puppy shame, kapade tak, correct? What have you done? You have criticized the child about their private parts. You have put in shame, you have put in guilt, you have put in that something is wrong with them. Now, every time that person or someone in the society is reinstating, that is bad, that is guilty, that is wrong, that goes again and again and again in the system. And that is why most people feel guilty after sex. Noticed it? Yes or no? Yes? This is the first major blockage of life flourishing. You are born out of it. Okay? If you criticize the source, you have already criticized the kidneys. Do you really think they are going to support you throughout your life? You've already criticized Mother Nature, Mother itself within your body. You are born out of it, and the first thing that you are done upon by the society is you are criticized upon. This is where most of the traumas are stored. Emotional traumas, sexual traumas especially, physical traumas, most of them are stored in our left kidney. Okay? And that is exactly why you find the maximum sadistic behavior coming from the left kidney. 97% of physical ailments start from the left kidney, the imbalance in left kidney. Okay. Diabetes starts from there, thyroid, hypothyroidism starts from there, rheumatism starts from there. Didi, और कौन सा है? पूरा long list, everything. I think out of 140 ailments listed in Ayurveda, 97, 98 ailments originate from the left kidney. Okay. What do we know really about medically about left kidney? Not much. पता नहीं वो है, कभी निकालना है तो निकाल के दूसरे को डोनेशन भी कर दो, right? There is no emotion attached to any organ when it comes to transplant. And that is why we are put on to immunosuppressants, because the body is rejecting it. It is not my mother's, it is not my ancestry. If I receive some third person's kidney, the whole body is in chaos. बोलता है ये कहाँ से नया information आ रहा है boss? Okay, and that is why we are put on to immunosuppressants, so that they are constantly being matched. But what it is we are not allowing the signals sent by the body and the new kidney to reach the brain. Correct? The day you stop the immunosuppressants, the body immediately rejects it, right?
It's also seen that people who get transplanted organs develop some behavioral,
yes, obviously,
behavioral traits of the
absolutely, absolutely. And look again, babe, that is still, the information is still received in bits and pieces, because 50% is being nullified by the immunosuppressants which they are put on. Be it any transplant, be it liver, be it kidney, be it heart, any type of transplant, and then you are put on to an immunosuppressant, because otherwise all of us know that the body is going to reject it. Right? Any questions here? Important है, बहुत important है. सवाल इसके ऊपर है, पूछ लो. Go back into your entire life, where you criticized, where you hurt, who inflicted that trauma, who was the sadist in your life, or who were the sadists in your life, because of which you changed your natural course of destiny. You started behaving a little differently from who you truly were.
It used to be so long for people.
ये कोर्स उसी के ऊपर है.
So how many people will remember and forgive?
No, it's not about forgiveness.
It's not forgiveness.
It's not about forgiveness. It is about detaching from that pathogenic relationship. It is detaching from the trauma. It's not about forgiveness. I don't believe in it. I'm like, गलती किया ना, चमट पड़ेगा. Sorted. Give and take. I want you to identify because it is so generally suppressed. Because the sadist is always in the hiding. It is so deeply suppressed that we have ऊपर अच्छा खासा सीमेंट का लेयर बना के उसको दबा के रखा हुआ है. But it erupts, and when it erupts like a volcano, and then the whole system is in chaos. Then you have major ailments. Then you have your cancers, your this, your that, your arthritis. Everything starts collapsing. Correct? This is where we need maximum work. Correct?
The best way would be to teach people how to be their own peoples.
Which is the most difficult also.
You know what? I'm talking from an observation point of view, don't take it negatively.
Huh?
We ruthless dissect. Since whole morning we are just listening to screwed up our systems. Can be. Okay, see, that is why, somewhere it reacted at my body level. I went and took the sun, so now I'm feeling better. So, point is that at some point we know all these things are going to be there. We need to deal with it.
Correct.
But let's start with the positive part of it.
Huh.
Also, like.
So I already covered the positive parts.
You did all the diet and everything. I was listening from there also.
No. The positive parts of the kidney.
Kidney
Is the mother.
Yeah, they are the.
Okay. That is where you want to develop a new skill. You have to go into your roots. You want to develop something new in life. You want a long-term project, a sustainable project. Okay. Let's say me and Vijay, we were just casually discussing. This is a beautiful space. What else can we do? Are we in tune with what Mother Earth wants? Are we in tune with what the collective consciousness needs? It's not about my or his benefit or any individual's benefit. But can we use this space for better? In which case, that is going back to the earth, that is going back to the mother kidney. Okay? That is building a long-term sustainable project, which not necessarily me or him may carry forward either. Okay? But the way how the universe works, the right person reaches at the right location at the right time and they continue. But that project needs to be initiated by someone.
See, last 2 years, everybody, I'm sure, all of us, like me being such a senior, I've realized that with the 2 years COVID thing, the way they're programming everybody and new things and AI will come, all of us, unless we learn new set of skills, and the transformation will hit so fast that none of us are mentally ready to cope with it. And if we are mentally ready, the body is not ready to cope with the changes.
Correct.
Okay, whether it is medicine or business, everything has changed. And a normal person is not exposed to that pace of change. See, we have now reached.
What did I say? Evolutionary front page, survival of the fittest. People who will reconnect to their core, people who will recourse and come back to their natural destiny will survive. People who will not recourse in the right time. You may be advanced in technology no matter what. Okay, you may have some.
The society is very cruel. I'll tell you very simple facts. There are a couple of CEOs who are in a building, all of them are earning huge amounts. COVID came, first 3 months, everything shut down. Any major corporation, first person to sack is the biggest expense. Nigal diya. And you are 53, 55. Your both set of in-laws are staying with you. You have got 2 houses. Your 2 kids are abroad. You are spending for them. Then everybody has a car. There are 4 cars. How many EMIs to pay? Even if they are financially planned, the best financial brains also have collapsed.
Correct.
And people have sold their houses.
Because
like
you
I have few friends who
cannot
have-
win against nature.
You can't win against certain things. Then what happens? As you said, the whole family was very happy when all the treats were there. But then suddenly the pressure on the men is so intense.
Correct.
That